Brian Schottenheimer is not making it a secret. Changes are coming, and in this video, we'll talk about what those changes might be. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Mauricio Rodriguez here at ATOZ Sports Dallas. The Cowboys got to change it up. There's no way of denying it. The defense is terrible, and the offense is also dealing with some serious worries. And Schottenheimer knows very well that he cannot afford to lose any time for the Cowboys this season. That's because after the bye week comes the toughest stretch of the schedule, so you got to pile up as many wins as you can before you get there. The Packers are a tough opponent in week 4, but then you get the Jets, and then you get the Panthers. Can you pull off 2 wins in that 3-game stretch? If so, then you better get ready to make some changes. And speaking of the Packers, quick parentheses, we'll be sharing some plays for that game over on our social media accounts. These are our best plays of the week for Underdog Fantasy. Play $5 and receive an additional $50 in funds by using promo code ATOZ when signing up for Underdog Fantasy. But let's get to the places where the Cowboys could make significant personnel changes. And I'm going to get into 3 groups of players that I believe should be benched, or at the very least should be threatened by in-house competitors to take their jobs. And at number 1, I'm going with the bigger names, Trevon Diggs and Kaiir Elam. You're not getting quality play from your outside cornerbacks. We can complain about the scheme all we want, but the fact is Trevon Diggs is getting beat, and so is Kaiir Elam. And at times, it looks very ugly. Now, in Elam's case, it is very worrying because he's a former first-round pick that failed in Buffalo. And the best that we've seen from him happened in training camp over in Oxnard, California. Now, Trevon Diggs is a bigger name. He's on a bigger salary, and I understand not wanting to bench him. But right now, until he gets 100% healthy, you at least have to consider giving him some competition. Now, I don't know that the Cowboys have someone among their backups that is ready to take that spot, but Deron Bland is about to return from injury, it seems like, and say that he's ready to play week 4. Should the Cowboys move on with the plan of playing him inside in order to keep Bland and Elam outside? I would argue not. I want Deron Bland to play on the outside because I want one of Elam and Diggs off of the starting lineup. And at this point, I think I'm confident in Reddy Stewart playing at nickel, or at least let's have all of these guys compete and try to figure out what your best combo of 3 cornerbacks really is. At this point, I'm not sure it can include Elam and Diggs. One of those 2, you got to change. You got to try some stuff. Let's get some competition going at the cornerback room. Number 2, and I'm saying with big names here, Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele. We got to give these offensive tackles some competition. I know Tyler Guyton is improving, and I know he was always going to take time, and he was a developmental prospect for the Cowboys. But at this point, you've got 71 eligible tackles for PFF grades. Tyler Guyton ranks 68th, and Terrence Steele ranks 53rd. The irony here is that both are looking good run blocking, but the problem that I see is that your biggest hope for the 2025 season is your passing game led by Dak Prescott, even without CeeDee Lamb. But ironically, your biggest weakness is your pass protection. You cannot afford to have weak links in pass protection at tackle. And I think it's time we have a conversation about Nate Thomas either going for Terrence Steele's job or going for Tyler Guyton's job, and find out what do you have in your other players. At number 3, linebacker. Linebacker needs competition everywhere. I don't know what the correct answer here is, but Jack Sanborn is not looking great. Kenneth Murray, not looking great. You got to get Maurice Rodriguez involved on defense, see where he fits best. See if you want to get maybe Marquise Bell in for passing downs because he can cover well. Remember when he played that year, he's a safety. He played that year as a linebacker and was one of the highest graded linebackers in coverage. Kenneth Murray, Damon Clark, Jack Sanborn, they're all getting burned in coverage. Try to get somebody else in there. Now, I think 5th-round rookie Shamar James is not ready for game day, but maybe give him a chance. Again, try something. Your current linebacker situation is not looking great. They're missing assignments. They're taking poor angles. And they're getting burnt in coverage. The changes Schottenheimer was talking about also referred to scheme changes, but he specifically said personnel changes. These are 3 areas where that would make sense for me. But let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments below, and I'll make sure to check them out.